Welcome all the viewers again to another episode on REITs by reitspro.com. I'm Gaurav Jain, and we have some first to our credit. For example, the first website on REITs and InvITs in India, as well as a growing community of WhatsApp users who discuss various issues on their REIT and InvIT investing concerns. The link is there in the description of this video below. And also there is a book on REITs and InvITs which you can purchase from online as amazon.in. So REITs and InvITs, the question today is very interesting. Black money in real estate. Now we all probably are concerned that there is a lot of black money in real estate. How do REITs and InvITs fare in that aspect? So let's explore that in a logical and sequential way. So we all know that there has been a tremendous reduction in black money in the economy. The overall cash handling has decreased. So demonetization has come in earlier in 2016, and there's the COVID impact, there's a rise of UPI and digital. But all this we say happens only in the smaller sector, but the large money which is basically attributed to corrupt politicians or corrupt bureaucrats or very large businessmen still finds its way into nothing else but real estate. That's a very big a concern that everybody has, and as investors you would feel that okay, if this is the kind of money that goes into real estate, then how can we be secure as investors in REITs and InvITs? So this could happen at the time of any transaction, be it sale or purchase, black money could be involved. So the answer in short here is REITs are nothing but institutionalization of real estate, and that is what really saves REITs from this black money problem. So let's look at that one by one. So REITs and black money problem in real estate. Let's look at the REIT working at two levels. The first level is the asset nature. What is the nature of the assets that REITs own? And secondly, what are the market players that dominate the REIT market scene? So if you see the asset size, we are looking at Embassy, Mindspace, Brookfield and Nexus as of now. If you see the market capitalization is huge, and if you see the asset itself, they are, the smallest one is Brookfield here, which still has an asset size of 18.7 million square feet, which is about 1.87 crores of square feet space. Now just to visualize, this is the kind of small spaces, so-called small spaces for Brookfield, which are 9 acres, 48 acres and 19 acres as on 31st March 23. So that's a visual idea. So let's say the asset nature is now, what it's doing is it's changing the market player segment. So on the seller side, it's organized into large corporate structures. On the buy side, it's large corporates and MNCs. So firstly, they have commercial real estate, which is 80% completed and rent generating. So the question is, do you want to rent, and can you rent 1,000 square feet office space in this kind of an area? Secondly, can you purchase 1,000 square feet of office space in this area? The answer would actually be no. So who would really be purchasing? So the landlords and tenants would be very large corporates, MNCs, and where is the cash here? That's the first point. And at the sale time also, where is the cash? In both these situations, where is renting as well as sale, there cannot be an element of cash, possibly because of the institutionalization of the whole sector. You could still not be, you could still not be clear about this. You could still say that okay, there could still be cash. So let's get down to what the sebi regulations protect investors in such a case from the black money or valuation or undervaluation. So the first is that the valuation of properties in case of REITs happens 2 times in a year. One full valuation in March and one half yearly in September. So the valuation happens at regular intervals. This is a snapshot from the sebi regulations. I have already made another video on the sebi regulations earlier. You can search on the playlist. And regulation happens to be at regular intervals implies that you have actually a trend line. So the trend line cannot negate what has happened in the past. It's all recorded. The second thing is that along with the trend line, at the time of sale, there is also an averaging and deviation formula which is worked out by SEBI. So it says firstly that there should be no sale after the IPO before 3 years. The sale of property can, if the sale of property is 10, there's a 10% difference in the valuation of the REITs, then you need to take shareholder approval. And also there is an average of 2 independent valuations where the property prices have to be averaged according to these two independent valuation reports. So one could say that in a scenario where a large transaction is happening, a lot of comfort is provided by the guidelines also. Now one can also say that at the time of initial sale to the REIT, now there could be an overvaluation, yes, but that's where one has to be careful in analysis, and the assets and cash flows have to be looked into. But still there is no black money. Now that's one very clear aspect in this that I'd like to highlight. Now, but still, one could always say that my conditioning of real estate leaves me still with questions, So here one needs to firstly rely on institutional players. Can this happen? Can this really happen in this kind of a market where both the sell side and the buy side have changed? The nature of players has changed. And what happens in case of M&As? Do you think that the same thing happens in M&As? So the same question, you could have different answers. So in conclusion, as in any listed company, the environment for cash is not conducive in REITs also, either for rent and for sale. But there cannot be a definite answer for the determined fraudulent and corrupt, and this can happen anywhere, in listed companies, in other entities and so on, and even in REITs. Thank you so much. Do you like the video? Do subscribe to it. You can connect in the group as I've discussed earlier. You could connect one-to-one also, and do write and mail to us on support@reitspro.com if you have any questions. Thank you so much.